Choose the team you want to start your franchise with. Use the options on the left to edit league. It's Week 5 of the National Football League. And up next, it's Bo Nix. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. It's the Broncos and the Raiders, and it's coming up next on Madden Football.
Fittingly named in part for its considerable elevation. We're at Empower Field at Mile High here in Denver, Colorado. And just like that, the season has reached October. Joined by Brock Hewitt up here in the booth, I'm Kate Scott. And Brock, I don't know about you, but I always feel like the smells start to change in October. It just really starts to smell like fall, smell like football, second month of the regular season. And these next few games take on a greater importance moving forward.
Gosh, I wish I had a sense of smell. Mine is so bad, but I love what you're cooking right there. And I love this stretch of games because it makes a lot of teams contenders.
We're through the first quarter of the season. Hard to believe, I know, as we kick off in this Week 5 contest. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down. So the Broncos offense getting set for their first drive. They'll be led out by the final quarterback taken in the first round of this year's draft. A lot of experience from Oregon and Auburn. It's Bo Nix.
He gave us all the excitement we could hope for last week, but it wasn't all in a good way, at least for his team. Never knew if his throws were going to end in a touchdown or turnovers, and he had a couple of both by the end of the loss. You don't want him to lose that gunslinger mentality. Just want him to be a little more thoughtful with each and every decision.
And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They pick up 20 yards there, and the Broncos will have a first down. Shotgun snap to Nix. Escapes the pocket. Now here he goes. And he wisely avoids contact, sliding down there, and that played good enough for a first. Give him 24 on that play. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Nix from the gun. And this time they're going to get there, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
All right, first sack on the board on the first drive as a defense, and now we let the chess match begin, the adjustments begin, because we know pressure leads to sacks, and sacks in this league often leads to wins.
All right, here we go, second down. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And this is pushed ahead for a gain of 5. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. Calling about 5 yards. That's going to bring up 3rd and 13. Their struggles this season, Brock, I think, I'm not saying you think, but I think you can put a good chunk of them on this right here. It is tough to win most of your games when you're operating shorthanded.
Well, you can do whatever you want to do, but their fans, they do not want to hear it. They want that next man to step up, and unfortunately, it's just not happening. Listen, injuries mount in this league. We know that, watching this game every single season. And it's those teams that get better, that adapt, that overcome, that improvise. They're the ones who win through those injuries, and those others that don't, well, we see seasons like this one right here. Well, I know once that drive stalls out, that's where it really pays to have that reliable kicker on the sideline ready to bail you out. And he knocks that one right through to give him the lead.
Trey Tucker to return it. They'll bottle him up as he gets the return to the 30. So out head the Raiders for their first possession. They're led out by the mustached quarterback from Washington State, Gardner Minshew.
Some tough luck last week for this quarterback, Kate. 2 touchdowns, the 1 interception, and you just know the way it works. These coaches love to tell us they always think about the losses. They sting way more than the wins. It's the same thing with the quarterback. He's not thinking about the touchdowns. He's thinking about correcting that interception and knowing right here, he's got to play some clean ball. Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Minshew working from the gun. That one falls to the turf. Couldn't hang on. It's incomplete.
Well covered on that play. Really not a large window for him to sneak that throw in.
Minshew now on third down. That finds Hunt complete. And this one does not go far.
It's plays like that, Kate, right, wrong. Well, I sit and judge a defense. I judge the awareness. I judge how well that coordinator's got him equipped to see what's going on the field, and not just see it, but attack it. And they devoured that screen game on third down.
Starts his return from the 23. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. That punt gets up to 59 yards. And the Broncos get set to take over. It's a new set of downs for him at the 32. They go with Williams on the counter. And he's brought down for a loss.
Now might be a good spot to remind everybody, about for the 1000th time, how much better athletes these D tackles are today, Kate. A decade or two ago, they just ate up space. Now, they eat up running backs.
As a man, that's Cortland Sutton. And a nice game here, but it stopped short of the first. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Here's Nix. Pass complete to Dulcich. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. This one goes for 3 yards. And the Broncos will have a first down. Straight ahead with Williams. Runs into traffic and hits a wall. No gain. Stopped by the unmistakable Max Crosby. 2nd and 10. Need to get some positive yardage here. They stay on the ground with Williams. And they're on him after about a 2-yard gain. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. Just a couple on the pickup there, so back-to-back runs leave him with a 3rd and 8. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's on the move. Oh, he's gonna run for it! He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28.
Man, I don't ever want to be a defensive coordinator. They do so many things right to take away the pass, and then what happens? Well, you get a quarterback that lowers his head, gashes the defense with one of the biggest runs of the game. You take away the pass, but you can't stop the QB run.
A new set of downs forthcoming. It's 1st and 10. To throw, here's Nix. Finds a man, Adam Troutman has it. And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. From the 23. Hits his running back. And he's tackled with the first down yardage. Play action with Nix. Wow, very quick throw, but they couldn't connect.
Hey, Kate, I know it's unrealistic to expect a 100% completion rate from anywhere on the field. But in this close, you really shouldn't be missing too many throws. Those need to be borderline automatic.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
Perception and reality, Kate. The perception out there from the public is edge rushers are defined by their sacks. The reality in a locker room and in the huddle is you could be defined by your relentlessness. And his motor never stopped. Helped him track it down for a loss on the outside.
And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
I'll tell you, that is a humbling moment to see a completed 3rd down pass actually go backwards instead of towards the sticks.
Will Lutz getting the call on 4th down to put 3 up here for the Broncos. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Bertolet able to knock it through. And another field goal makes it 6-0 for him.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
Tucker now on the return. This return makes it up to the 25. Now for the second time this game, we get a look at the Raiders offense. And they haven't gotten very far into their opening script yet, have they? Just a 3 and out to begin this game. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Lone back gets the handoff. And they beat him to the edge. That run stopped back at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10. Back to the well again. And he's brought down for a loss. We'll pause now for an injured player, and it looks like he's worse for wear after handling that last carry. This drive in some serious trouble. It's 3rd and 12. Out of the gun, Minshew. Escapes the pocket. He's running for it.
You know, Kate, they always say that QB clock, you know what it's more like? It's more like an alarm, especially in a situation like that, and it's a good thing you woke up to it, able to make something out of nothing and at least keep them moving forward.
Here comes A.J. Cole back to the field for a punt. The Broncos have Marvin Mims deep to return. Got 46 on his first punt, and this one's pushing a little more distance. He has it at the 22. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it's going to be their football coming up. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. Nix. Throwing the out route complete. And he reaches the 35 before going out. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. A handoff for Williams, running left. And a short gain only as he gets up to the 37. Just 2 yards there on the carry. They're going to need another 2 now on 3rd down. Another run for Williams. And they've got him behind the line for a big loss.
If only this defense could look like that on every play, Kate. They were angry, motivated, focused, and they took that anger out on him and this offense, forcing a 4th down.
Now on 4th down, it's Trenton Gill out to kick it away. And this will be his first effort of the contest. They needed 3 punts out of him in last week's loss as he sends this away. And he's brought down before the return gets far. 58 yards on the punt there. And it'll be Raider football. Now the Raider offense headed back to the field. And it's far from the first time we're seeing this unit head out, Brock. But what we haven't seen so far in this opening half, well, we haven't seen much in terms of yardage.
You know, it's like they've written a few lyrics, but nowhere close to a song yet.
And he gets him around 6 there. Elandon Roberts coming over for the hit. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Fakes the handoff, now Minshew. He gets this to Michael Mayer. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the first. New set of downs for him from the 46. Throwing on first is Minshew. It was there, but he couldn't hang on. That's incomplete.
I think everybody in the building was already thinking about the next play to run as they watched that short throw to the tight end. That's a gimme. You don't expect to see many of those dropped.
To throw again on 2nd down here, Minshew. That one's on the mark, Jacoby Myers. And he's going to be drugged down, looks like at that 37-yard line. The big play nets him 17 yards. And that's good for a Raiders first.
I think my favorite part was the magic he worked after the catch. The way he took the completion and made so much more out of it by adding all the extra yardage.
Markers reset, ball at the 37. Sticking in the air with Minshew. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him down right along the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on first down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for second down. On the third and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
And he takes this one nearly to the red zone before going out. 6 yards on the play and enough for a first. Running right, it's Madison. Room to the right. And he's finally brought down at the 9. That one goes for 15, and now they're going to have first and goal.
He easily had the yardage for a first, but he was hungry for a lot more. I think that tackle prevented something that was going to be a lot bigger than just a first down pickup.
And he's got them down to the doorstep inside the 5. Call it a handful on that run. Now it's second and goal from the 4. It's the end of the first in this AFC West showdown. Our score, 6-0. We'll get you back to Mile High after this. We're back and excited to start this second quarter. You excited? We're excited. Raiders in a nice spot here to put up some points. Bails out of the pocket quick. And they take this in for the score. The Raiders tie and can take the lead here in the second. Great play by the QB there, Brock. The play broke down. He didn't have much of a choice other than to escape and improvise. And in the end, turned out to be the best call he could have made.
It is such a necessary tool in today's NFL for that QB to put right in his tool belt, Kate. You know, in my day, you could be a blacksmith. Right? You just do the job and stay in the pocket. Not anymore. You got to be an artist. And you got to be an artist that can create when things break down. And that's big time to get a touchdown out of it as well.
The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. Fielded at the 7. He stopped on the return at the 27. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Throwing here, Nix. Throw complete to Williams. And the defense gets there to force a small loss.
I know coordinator and quarterback going to be upset with that first down because you call a screen on first, you're thinking stay ahead of schedule. Even a minimal gain to stay on pace, but instead, the defense creates a negative play and sets him back behind the sticks.
And this almost ended worse, but he gets a yard out of it. Divine Diablo there on the tackle. On 3rd down, here's Nix. Just got it away before the hit, but it doesn't matter. It's incomplete. 4th down coming up.
Well, he needed another second to deliver the throw he wanted to. You got to give a lot of credit that time, Kate, to the pass rush for getting in and forcing him to dish it before he was ready.
Punter takes the field on 4th down, and he sends this one flying. And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt. Nice kick there. It's a punt of 53 yards. And they'll get ready to go on offense. First and 10, Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
They call play action. Would have been better to actually give it to him on a carry right there, Kate. The front was fooled for about a split second, if that. And that play call ended up working in their favor as it leads to a sack.
And he's tackled after gaining a handful. They get 6 on the run, and that sets up 3rd and 10 for them. From the shotgun, Minshew. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the defense comes through. That's going to back him up and bring up 4th down.
In theory, Kate, that's exactly what complementary man coverage is supposed to look like. The DBs, well, they're sticky on the back end of it. The front end, that pass rush, it makes an impact that gets home. But of course we know, it's not that simple. It is really tough to lock down a full field for more than a second or two.
That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be their football. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Williams. And they try to power it forward, but only a couple of yards there.
You know, they got some positive yards. That's a good thing. But too many plays like that, it just is too hard to pile together, get first downs against the better defenses in this league.
That's incomplete left side.
Well, you certainly want those throws to be automatic. Every team, if you're going to be efficient, you got to hit those passes in the short to intermediate zone to effectively move the ball in this league.
Escapes the pocket. He'll make a bid for it on the ground. And he'll be brought down along the 25-yard line.
Tick, 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 tick. You know, his internal clock right there told him it was time to escape, and good thing he listened to it. He was able to make something out of nothing and at least move them forward.
Here comes the Broncos punting unit. Trenton Gill, the one to kick it away. And he's certainly been staying busy. Once again, he's out to punt and sends this flying. Collects this at the 32. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. Call that a booming 56 yards in the end. And they're going to take over possession. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Here's the handoff. And he'll be met near the line to limit the gain to a yard. Sent down by Cody Barton. They'll come to the line here, 2nd and 9. Now Minshew. He gets this one to Myers. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. 3rd down, 1 yard to go. They'll try and pick this up on the ground. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
Minshew on 1st down. Complete. It's Myers. And he has it down officially to the red zone at the 20. That's going to pick up the 1st down after a gain of 26.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. Blown back in the backfield, and they give it to him. And he has it down to the 8-yard line on the play. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Offensive coordinators tell us all the time, big runs only happen with coordinated efforts. Great blocking to spring them. Guys hitting blocks downfield.
And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Las Vegas. The Raiders grow the lead to 7. They kept it on the ground as opposed to airing it out. And that time, well, Brock, the ground game paid off.
Well, these great rushing attacks down here that could score rushing touchdowns, it takes the whole party getting involved. Yeah, the burst of the running back was tremendous. How about the launch of his blockers right off the line of scrimmage? That's a touchdown the entire way, and it took the entire group offensively.
That one splits the uprights. And the Raiders grow their lead to 8. The Raiders kicking team is out there, and they'll boot this away. This one's fielded at the 4-yard line. And a decent return ends as they bring him down inside the 30. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. Nick Snat, a throw. It's taken in by Williams. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
We've heard it said, and I believe it to my core. Football is the ultimate team sport. And a well-run screen like that is the ultimate team play because it takes all 11 doing their job.
And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. That one gains 7. And that'll be good for a Denver first. Going left side, Williams with it. And he'll cross the 50 and start pushing onto the opposing side of the field. He managed 6 on the play, bringing up 2nd and 4. From the 48. Pass taken in by Sutton. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. All plays on the table here for 3rd and 3. Running for the marker with Williams. And he's going to be brought down after reaching the 43. It's a gain of 4 there. And the Broncos will have a first down.
Okay, you know me, I can't resist. I thought we might have needed the old Gene Steratore index card down there. Making a really close measurement to see if he got the first down or not. But in the end, well, the right call was made. He got just enough to move the chains.
And he's able to power this forward, but they stop him after 2 yards. 8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this 2nd down. Nicks off the play action. This is brought in along the sideline. High degree of difficulty for a short gain. So now here's 3rd and 5. Shotgun snap to Nicks. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
So often, so many of these games in the NFL, well, they come down to a play or 2, and 3rd downs are critical. Whether it's in a close game or already out of hand, their coach wants to see them convert those. He was hitting from that distance pregame. Heck, we were on the field watching it, and they were confident he could do so again. Just did not work out this time around.
The Raiders back out on offense. Their running back headed out once again. And they came in on a rough stretch, 4 straight losses, but things looking better now as they've got this lead. Minshew working from the gun. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked up, Brandon Jones. And he makes the Hefco. It's a touchdown on the pick 6. But we all know getting the interception is the important thing, Brock. But how about this guy having the wherewithal to transition into a really nice return to then get the touchdown out of it, too?
Yeah, that's a great point. We talk about it with receivers, right? Getting vertical right away after making a catch. Same thing for these defenders when they make a pick. They secure the football, sure. But instantly they go back to their offensive days. They want that touchdown, and they want a moment they won't forget.
And he hits the extra points. A little surprised they wouldn't go for 2 in the tie, but at least he made it, so the lead falls to a single point. Well, Brock, hopefully some short memories on offense as they get it right back here on the kickoff after that pick 6. Here's a return from the 7. And pretty solid field position starting out here, Brock. He's tackled at the 29. Time for the Raiders offense to hit the field. And they didn't have much time to recover from that pick 6. Need short memories here as they head back out. After the pick, here's Minshew. Throwing left side, Bowers has it. And he'll get it up near the 38-yard line before going down.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he...
Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And that pushes him back. 3rd down coming up.
And it just keeps coming, Kate. It just keeps coming. This defense relentless in this first half. 3rd time. Now this quarterback's got to pick himself off the turf. When they get in that locker room at halftime, it's going to be a quick one. I think the whole message is going to be, how do we protect our quarterback? Because if you can't do that, this offense can't get started.
That play gains 15, and it moves the sticks.
I may love watching a great thrower, but I love watching a well-done route too, Kate. Make that guy think you're trying to stack him only to drop your hips and cut right inside. Some good work to help reset those chains.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Here's a give up the middle. And that's good yardage with a new set of downs.
We know how hard explosive plays can be in the NFL, and so often they come via the air. What a great help for the offense to find an explosive play on the ground. Well done.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And he sneaks this through the middle, maybe a gain of 2. Now after the run, we see he's visibly shaken up. Team medical staffers headed over to take a look. 8 yards to go. Well, let's see how they approach this 2nd down. From the 39. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. Then brings up 3rd down.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you got to count on those being efficient and effective.
And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here at Mile High. The Raiders with a likely punt coming up. Las Vegas sends out the punt team. Mims out to receive it. And he finally gets a hold of one here. This is hit far. No return on this one. It's going to make it out of bounds and across the 25, spotted at the 24. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Nix from the gun. Short pass brought in. Gets it ahead, has about 5 yards. Marcus Epps making the play. This one is hit by a defender and winds up incomplete.
You know, ball skills are not just a selling point for receivers entering the draft. Teams want defenders, especially in this day and age of the passing game, who can make plays on the ball too, especially on these deeper throws. He doesn't swat that one away. We could be looking at a huge gain.
Trenton Gill on the punt. And he'll try to hit this one well. And he sends this away. Definitely his best kick of the game thus far. Looking to return from the 29. And he gets his guys a few yards before they bring him down on the return. The kicking team got downfield quickly there. He didn't manage much on the return. And it's going to be their football coming up. Here's 1st and 10 from the 34. Out of the gun, Minshew. He's on the move. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That is now the 5th sack this offense has had to endure in the first half alone. We're on a double-digit pace here. And I'll tell you what, I know how these defensive coordinators work. They can feel the blood in the water. They are not going to stop getting after this quarterback until this offense can find a way to protect itself.
Trying again following the sack. Cut out left. And it's a nice gain, but still not enough for the first.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on a drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its 2nd. And they still have one in their pocket for what's left of this half. 1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. Back to throw, Minshew. Escapes the pocket. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. Now the offense going to take its 3rd and final timeout. And that's all they've got for what little remains of this half. Another try following the sack. And And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up. Inside handoff goes to Madison. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. So at halftime, the Raiders fighting to an advantage on the road. Now we'll send things over to Orlando, Florida. Jonathan Coachman on standby, ready to deliver the EA Sports Halftime Report.
All right, Kate, thanks very much. More from you and Brock in a moment. But first, time for a look around the NFL to see what's going on here and what's already been an eventful afternoon of football. We'll start by zooming out to Santa Clara. Arizona in town to face San Francisco, and it's the Cardinals who are out in front in that one. Michael Wilson, a touchdown reception. From there, let's head off and check out a second game. And that game all tied up with the visiting Green Bay Packers. Lastly, let's get you way up to Seattle. See what's happening with the Seahawks. As you can see, the score there in the second quarter. The Seahawks trying to finish that one off and claim victory. This one's been all you could hope for as an NFL fan. Just a one-point game here at halftime. This has been as much fun as you could have hoped for with both these teams in it to win it.
Tucker now on the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down. The Vegas offense ready to start this third quarter. They'll get this drive started. First and 10. Play action. It's Minshew. He's on the move. And they get to him as he was trying to make something happen. And the big play drives them backwards. Second down coming up.
Let's be real clear. There is nothing lucky about number 7 at all for this quarterback. The 7th time he's been taken to the ground for a sack. This defense, they made adjustments. They're incorporating a variety of different looks and blitzes. And it just seems like, Kate, constantly they are a step ahead of whatever this offense is trying to do to protect this quarterback.
Broncos bringing out an extra DB. Third down coming up. Minshew. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the defense comes through. That's going to back them up and bring up fourth down.
Kate, you hear me in my talk back all the time with our producer saying, hey, circle that play. Hey, you just never know. You just never know in this league, in these games that are so close, which can be the play that really sparks the turnaround. And defensively, you needed to get off the field. Defensively, you wanted to give the ball back to your offense in a one-score game, and that third down sack, well, it just did it.
Call that a 64-yard punt officially. And the Broncos get set to take over. They're set up at the 35 now. Second half starts with a run by Williams. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
They send one of the tight ends in motion right. On second down, it's Williams again. And he's officially into enemy territory now. They're going to give him the opposing 49. That one ends up a gain of 6. And that'll be good for a Denver first. They stay on the ground with Williams. He's got a gain of 6 there. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He puts some air under a deep throw to the... He's got it inside the 10! And he drives this forward to the 6. They rip off a big chunk of field, and it sets them up with 1st and goal.
Look at the touch he put on that throw down the field. That was a masterpiece, and he was the artist behind it, laying it in the perfect spot to create the big play.
4 downs now to get in. Here's 1st and goal. They send a tight end in motion. 1st and goal. Here's Williams. And he's caught behind the line for a loss.
This is one of those plays that I wish we had the huddle mic'd up, Kate, because I can assure you that offensive line in their own way is telling that running back, sorry, we did not give you any chance.
They try again with Williams. And he gets them a little closer to the end zone, down to the 6. Just a couple on that play. It's going to be 3rd and goal. Throwing here, Nix. Buys time, rolling. Oh, he was on the move, but so was the defense, and they take him down. Good pressure from the defense there has them trending in the wrong direction. On comes Will Lutz in the Broncos field goal unit. A very short kick here from the right hash. Bertolet able to knock it through. And they've taken back the lead.
He connects now for a 3rd time, and that's the biggest of the 3 field goals he's made in this contest. Gives him the lead. And now you turn the keys over to your defense to try and protect it.
Tucker now on the return. The return manages to get just beyond the 30. The Raiders and Alexander Madison ready for another go on offense. And I'm sure they're tired of bringing out the punter, Brock. They're hopefully going to give him some rest this time around and find some points to go after that lead. Shotgun handoff to Laube. And defenders are there to get him at the line. That's Baron Browning who makes the stop. No gain there that time, and it's 2nd and 10. Minshew setting up to throw. He's got time here. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
It's looking like a dreaded 3-and-out offensively, but listen, if you can't keep your quarterback clean and upright, you're going to need some magic, big-time magic, to convert on this 3rd and long.
3rd and long, it's Minshew. Complete beyond the marker. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. A big play, 23 yards to move those chains.
That's what we call situational football. You spend all week working on your nickel passing game package to take advantage of 3rd downs just like that.
1st and 10, ball set up at the 48. From the gun, Laube. Open space inside the 40. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And that's a Vegas 1st down.
That is textbook RPO right there, Kate. Quarterback's decision-making comes quick off the snap. And that back, you know that he's already looking for those lanes before the ball's even in his belly. Before that defense can adjust to the run, he hits that 2nd level. This is one of those situations, Kate, where I watch the body language of the running back because it'd be very easy for him to raise his hands up, look to the sideline in his O-line and go, what am I supposed to do there? There was nothing, no time at all to try and escape and react. Instead, it goes backwards.
Finds his running back, Dylan Laube. And he's brought down for a loss.
That pass, it did put him in a position where he had to shake a defender. That's all you want. Give me a one-on-one. And he is capable of doing it, but not against that dude. That defender could not be shook, and he knocked him back across the line.
That's complete. Here's Madison. And he's stopped at the 31-yard line.
Those little short throws, they are high percentage and certainly bread and butter. But they really run the risk of a quick tackle just like that and being stopped short of the sticks.
And that one is good. A little longer, but no problem at all. And they've taken back the lead.
A dependable kicker, man. That is a coach's best friend. Saves him so much stress to have a guy he can really trust to go out and hit it from that distance consistently. Because from that far out, no kick is a guarantee.
And this drive will start inside the 25. Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Here's Williams to start the drive. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets them 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
From the 26 on 2nd down. Completed to Sutton. We'll have him gain about a handful there. Trayvon Merrick there for the stop. 3rd and just 2 to go. Straight ahead with Williams. And he's going to be brought down at the 42. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a 1st down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Short throw is dropped. This one's incomplete. Looked like a bit of a concentration drop on that one. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd down. Now Nix. He's got a man left. It's a gain of 12 there. And the Broncos will have a 1st down. New set of downs for him from the 46. They've got a man in motion. On 1st and 10, here's Nix. Got Williams, and it's complete. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. Marcus Epps making the play. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Give to Williams from the gun. And he's tackled with the 1st down yardage.
I don't know about you, Kate, but he sure made getting that 1st down look really easy. A lot easier than it's supposed to be for that defense. And I think they'll hear about it when they get to the sidelines.
Pass is caught. That's Tim Patrick. And this is down to the 28 before the defense halts it. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Up the gut they go with Williams. And they make the tackle at the 28-yard line. Call it no gain, maybe 1 at best on that play. That leaves them with 3rd and 2. Another run for Williams. And his short gain gets them a new set of downs.
Yeah, I get it. Fans will measure a running back's merit by touchdowns, yards, the fantasy football world we live in. But as coaches and teammates, Kate, they want something a little bit more. They want to see plays like that, a guy who will always get the short yards in a critical spot like that.
And it's a nice little chunk here, 6 yards. Brought down by Christian Wilkins. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Nix. Hits him on the out route. That's a gain of 13, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Kid, I can't tell you how good that is. Anticipating the outcut, having the ball on the way before the receiver's head even turns, he puts it on him so that receiver can easily get out of bounds for the nice gain.
Shotgun snap to Nix. And he'll score. Touchdown, Denver. The Broncos take a lead just before the end of the 3rd. Well, they definitely wanted to get that one out quick, Brock. They did just that, and it ends in 6.
We hear it all the time, but it is so true, Kate. This is a game about matchups, and when you see a throw that quick, it really was determined pre-snap. It was great design and tremendous execution.
And he won't get away. They bring him down. The sack prevents them from adding another 2 more to that lead.
You go with what you think is your best option. There they felt like it was going to be a pass, but sometimes it simply doesn't work.
Fielded at the 7. And he's brought down just inside the 25 on the return. The Vegas offense getting set for another drive now. And their last drive did end in points. Not as many as they wanted, though. They had to settle for that field goal despite advancing the football pretty well. They're out and set, 1st and 10. Minshew working from the gun. Complete here to Bowers. Good little rip there. Looks like about 6. Sent down by Cody Barton. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Raiders football, and they'll get to work, coming into the quarter trailing. After a good pickup, they've got 2nd and 4. They send a man in motion. From the 30 on 2nd down. And he won't get it there. Defender finds a throw and breaks it up. That one doesn't make it beyond the line. And now they need to get 4 on 3rd down. From the shotgun, Minshew. And he just gets rid of this one, but unfortunately, that means 4th down coming up. So after getting that pass away, he's in some visible discomfort. Training staff out now to see how serious it may be. The Raiders bringing out the punting unit. And this is the 5th time he's been called upon today. He sends this away, and oh, this is going to be a field flipper. He calls for the fair catch and has it at the 22-yard line. The Broncos about to get going on offense. Javonte Williams headed back out now. And get that big old marker out. Cross a major number off his roadmap after that last drive. He's reached one of the marks that every back strives to hit at some point during the season. And he'll get it up to the 27. Halfway there on 1st down. That brings up 2nd and 5. Nix from the gun. Complete out to the right. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
Pass complete to Dulcich. And he'll get it up to the 44.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for on 1st down. Textbook. It sets up 2nd and very manageable, and then creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On 2nd down, a run with Williams. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Here we go, 3rd and less than a yard. Running right, it's Williams. And he's going to go down right along the midfield stripe. It's a gain of 4. And that'll be good for a Denver 1st. Nix looking to throw. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
That sure ended up being a worst-case scenario. Pass rush just kept coming and bearing down, and he was looking for an escape that wasn't there. It's just one of those plays in hindsight, Kate, where you really got to understand, I got to cut bait, cut my losses, and avoid such a negative play.
Let's see what they dial up on a 2nd and very long. From the gun, a carry by Williams. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line. Only 1 yard on the run. They're going to need to pull a rabbit out of the hat, Brock, on this 3rd and very long. To throw, here's Nix. And the Raiders get there and take him down. And the defense comes through to back him up ahead of 4th down.
Kate, the game wasn't on the line with that series, but don't tell the defense because they brought the urgency and juice like it was. Getting the sack, setting up 4th down, well, it picks everybody up on that sideline. And now their offense gets a chance in a 1-score game.
On now comes their punter. And he's going to do the honors for the 4th time today. He's got it at the 24. And he's brought down before the return gets far. It's a 61-yard punt that time. And it'll be Raider football. Out comes Las Vegas on offense. They were only on the field for 3 plays their prior series, Brock. Let's see what changes they make to take over here. Minshew on first down. Throw wheeled in by Mayer. And this one's brought to a halt at about the 36-yard line. Halfway to the marker, it's 2nd and 5. Simple dive up the middle. And they'll make the stop up at the 46-yard line. Give them 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs.
I don't know, Kate. I didn't think he had it, but that back did. He knew exactly where he had to get for the first down. Pops up right away and signals first down.
Going to the ground again on first. And he'll scurry forward for a pickup of 3.
You know, not a ton of yards, but still showing that commitment to the ground game. The type of run that keeps the defense from loading up in coverage and focusing entirely on that passing game.
Escapes the pocket.
It's one of those situations, not much to be had there, no matter what he did with the ball. Even if he scraped a positive gain out of it, that's still a win and a confidence builder for this defense.
Minshew now on 3rd down. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. Trying to find Brock Bowers. And now a 4th down, staring right at him. Their punter making his way out now. And not his best punt here. He drives it several yards into the end zone. That's going to lead to a touchback. Denver set to take the field on offense. They come in on a little 2-game skid, Brock, but in control of this one so far. Nix with it on first. Caught for big yards on the right side. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. An excellent gain, 20 yards there, and that's going to move the sticks.
I love throwing on first down. And when you see a first down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you plan for, and you go out and execute.
Only took him 1 play, partner, and they've already made it to that 40-yard line. And he'll have it down to the 44-yard line. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down.
You know, Kate, if you notice those guys that love to feed themselves on the field, right? They love to just get more and more. They're hungry for even more. I'll tell you what, that tackle, it prevented something that's going to be a lot bigger, but that back remains hungry.
Call it no gain on that run, and they face 2nd and 10. Out of the gun, it's Nix. He's on the move. He tucks it and takes off. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. They get 20 yards out of the play and move the chains.
As long as these are the results he's getting, they're going to be just fine with him calling his own number. He does such a good job of seeing the field and knowing when it's his time to take it himself.
It is cut left side. Give him about 16 yards on that gain, Brock, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
From a great throw to a nice route and catch to moving the chains, there wasn't a whole lot not to like about that amazing play.
All set up for an insurance score here. It's 1st and goal. Working inside the red zone. Has it on the slant. And this one's stopped at the 3-yard line.
Good luck defending that short yardage slant. Just not going to happen. There's a reason. This is a go-to play for just about any quarterback in every situation.
Oh, he lost the football. Oh, they got it back. They can try and salvage something. Ooh, let's give him a second there. Give him a sec. I'm going to imagine his His heart's probably going, what, 150, 160 beats per minute right now, Brock, after nearly losing that fumble.
Yep, and it wasn't just a ball he dropped there.
Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And they're headed in reverse after that sack.
This defense has been trying like mad to do anything to disrupt the rhythm, get the QB off his spot. It's got to be a massive relief to see their efforts paid off on that play.
Flying down the heart of the lane, and it's good! And they're going to grow their lead late, but still a one-score ball game.
As much as that can help them breathe just a little easier on the scoreboard, it doesn't take away now any of the tension this defense is feeling. They're going to need to step up, come through with a stop right here.
He's brought down at what looks like the 24-yard line. The Raiders have their offense back out there. And this game might be going better if he could have some more time just to work back there. This pass rush has been all over them. Really keeps taking this offense out of any grooves that they've managed to get into.
Okay, I like to say in life there's energy givers and there's energy vampires.
Yeah.
And for this defense, these sacks right here, they're such energy givers. And, man, it's like a vampire sucking the juice out of an offense.
Yeah, I love that. 1st and 10, Minshew splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That is a textbook first down completion. Sets up second and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
2nd and 4. Why not go back to it again if it's working? Complete. And he's going to bring it up to the 40-yard line before he stopped. They'll come up 1st and 10. They send a receiver in motion right. Throwing on first is Minshew. On the move, headed right. Now he takes it. The end result there, 15 yards and a first.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Out of the gun, Minshew. Got a man, Bowers has it. And he's going to be touchdown right at the line, so no gain on the play. That brings us to the 2-minute warning here in Denver. Raiders, 8 points behind. 2nd and 10, need to get some positive yardage here. Throwing from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. They pick up 20 yards there. And that's good for a Raiders first.
That's just great instincts. Go air it out on 2nd down rather than just play conservative and run it. They hit a weak point in the coverage and don't need to worry about 3rd down at all.
Up to the line, and they're set. 1st and 10. Back to throw. An alert play defensively there. He got a hand on it to tip it away, and that makes it 2nd down. He'll look to throw it. And not much doing. He stopped quickly. Raiders moving quickly, trying to get set as the clock continues to run. Can't find anyone open, and he's forced to throw it away.
You know, it's a point of emphasis in practice each and every week, no matter where we go. How are we going to attack the coverage on 3rd down? If we chose the wrong play off that call sheet that time.
Desperation time here on 4th. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That could be it, folks. It's intercepted. Pat Surtain has it.
I know exactly what the quarterback was envisioning when he let that one go. Touchdown, baby. Not long after, I know exactly what he was thinking. Oh, no! Give me that one back, because the coverage baited him perfectly into that throw, and even more so, picked it off.
So here comes the Bronco offense. That defensive stand might have been the final effort needed to seal away the victory, Brock, but can't quite take off the pads just yet. Offense has to finish this one out.
Yeah, a few things here, Kate, to keep in mind, right? You got to slow the game down as a quarterback. Take every second off the clock. If you're handling the ball, you guard it with your life, and you make sure your defense doesn't come on the field again. They just did their job. Now you got to do yours.
8 yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. This is Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. A timeout taken by Vegas. That's its second. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. A run with Williams. And once again, he doesn't manage much before getting brought down. Now the Raiders using the last of their timeouts. Here comes the Broncos punting unit. He's got this at the 27. And before that return amounts to much, they bring him down. New series coming up following the punt. And they're going to take over possession. A good starting spot for the Raiders as they come up 1st and 10. Setting up to pass. And he's just going to get rid of this one. Smart move there. When you saw the field, it's going to be 2nd down. Here he is to throw. And he doesn't see a window he likes, so he just got rid of that one. And brings up 3rd down. Now to throw. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down.
That was a situation where he got the time in the pocket he needed. There just wasn't anyone open to throw it to. It got to the point he had 2 choices as that clock is going off in his head. Force a throw and risk a pick, or just get rid of it and cut your losses on the play.
And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down. So it's a win for the Broncos. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. With Brock Heward and our entire crew, I'm Kate Scott. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports. The Broncos are winners, as we'll see you next time from Denver.